Hi, I'm Carla Mardell and I'm the creator of Mindset and Mayhem. I also have been an EFT tapping practitioner for over 18 years, and in that time I've experienced many modalities, and EFT is the one I keep coming back to. EFT and yoga, but today's about EFT, so let's stay focused. What I need to really clarify is that I'm not a qualified medical health practitioner or an allied health practitioner if you're in Australia. So if you need to seek one of these qualified professionals out, please do, and use this for educational purposes for using EFT and being responsible for you. I just want the best for you, so make sure that you do create the time to see the person that's right for you and the time that's right for you. Okay, now moving on, EFT. Well, EFT is a mind-body therapy. It's a somatic therapy because it works on what we're thinking, and it works on dissolving the energy or moving the energy that's in the body. Now, just know that when we use EFT, these guided taps are formed in such a way that it holds space and it creates a structure for you to tap in. But there are opportunities for you to personalize the experience to you. Now, let me just give you an example. If you're tapping on procrastination, you just tap on procrastination. You're probably not going to get that much relief because you need to be specific. Now, you might have procrastination about getting up out of bed and walking the dog. You might have procrastination on a work project. You might have procrastination around selling your house. Now, when you get specific, walking the dog in the morning, that's specific, okay? Work project, you probably need to be a little bit more specific and go into the details of what it is about that work project that's really feeling grating on your nervous system. If it's about selling your house and you are really aware that you're just procrastinating about cleaning up the yard, tap on that. Cleaning up the yard so I can sell my house. Okay, because that is where the gold is, and that's where you've stored some memories and created some belief systems probably that aren't aiding you and moving forward. Okay, so be specific and you will get results. When I say have a rant or tell me more, be as negative and sweary as you like, because the more you use your own words and your own experience, the more results you are going to get, the more dissolving of that emotional charge that you are going to get. Now, know when you are tapping that a couple of things can happen. One is that you might find that you yawn. I always yawn quite a lot when I'm tapping. You might weep. Your eyes might just start weeping. You might sob, and it might be quite massive. And what we find sometimes is that emotions peak before they dissolve. Okay, just keep tapping, just keep tapping, just sit in it and keep tapping. Now, you might also find you laugh, you blink, maybe you burp, all different things happen. Sometimes muscles twitch as well. You might get cramps. So all different things happen when you're EFT tapping, and know that that is okay. Okay, let's move into the points. The points, once you know them, you'll be able to find them really, really simply. Now, you're going to tap about 7 to 12 times. I just keep tapping until I finish saying my statement. You're going to tap on the points and you're going to actually say the statement that I say, and you're going to repeat it. Now, if you find it too fast and you're still processing, don't worry, because it's still going in, okay? If you've been asked to actually connect or to tell me something or to have a rant and you're really thinking about it, those opening of all those drawers in the brain is actually happening. And so even if you didn't manage to verbalize, because I've moved on to the next point, to tap on and another phrase to say, know that you're still getting some result. But ultimately, you want to be saying the thing that's on the top of your head, okay? And if you have to think too hard about it, it's generally not on the top of your head, it's not in your subconscious. Now, we've talked about the points, we've talked about how much pressure to apply. Maybe we haven't. It's pressure that is stimulating the point, but it's not causing bruising, and it's definitely not a light caress. It's 7 to 12 times, or basically until you've said your statement, and then you move on to the next point. So let's go through the points. The points are the side of hand point, which is this fleshy piece here. Now, you can tap one side of the body, you can tap the other side of the body, you can tap both sides. If you want to tap both sides, stimulating the side of hand or karate chop point looks like this. If you want to stimulate one side, it looks like this. My fingers are flat. Okay, moving to my eyebrow point, that's the base of the eyebrow. I can use one finger, I can use 2 fingers, or I can actually use 3 and stimulate both points. Let me go through that. 1 finger, 2 fingers, and that is stimulating both sides, okay? Or I can tap like that. Okay, let's move to the outside eye. That's on the orbital bone. I've got 2 fingers there, and I'm just tapping. Some people tap like this with the pads of their fingers. That's also perfectly fine. Under the eye is in line with the pupil, and it's actually under the bone. It's not on the bone. That's a sinus drain point. So if you've got sinus or you're going to be having sinus, that's going to be a little bit tender. Under the nose is here. You can also use the side of your fingers. Then you're going to tap in between the lip and the chin on the chin point. All the different variations that you can use. Collarbones is underneath the collarbones, about 2 fingers underneath. Both sides, you can actually tap all the way along. Sometimes I'll direct you to do that. And there's a yawn. So obviously I release something subconsciously and just relax my system. That's using 2 fingers, many fingers, 1 finger. I like to use a couple of fingers because then I cover more space, okay? And also I can have more impact when I tap. Now the next point is going to be under the arm. Now that's in line with where the nipple was when you were born, and it's if you dissect your body in half. It's where the bra strap is for women, and I'm just tapping under there. I can also tap like a monkey, and I can tap both sides like a monkey. Now you can, if you can cross your arms and you can tap, many people tap like that as well. That is perfectly fine. Then it's back to the side of hand or karate chop point. They are the basic points. Now I use a few other points just because I've been using EFT for so long, and when I originally learned there were some other points. These are my other points, if I do say them. Top of the head, right here. Okay, that's where many different meridian points meet. Sometimes I say spread your fingers wide and tap all over the head. Really relaxing, really great to do if you have brain fog. Just spread your fingers wide and tap all over. Right, great. Moving along, the emotional well. Now the emotional well, once again, is in line with the nipple when you were born, and you'll just feel around in your chest. You're not actually tapping, you're actually massaging here. Okay, and it's quite tender, so you'll know when you've hit it. Okay, and I might direct you to use that. I might direct you to also use finger points. Now finger points are in line with the fingernail. I'll use this one, in line with the base of the fingernail on the side, on the inside edge of your fingers, except for the ring finger, that's the outside. Sometimes I do the inside and then I do the outside. That's the outside that we want. Inside edge of the baby finger, and of course thumb as well. Okay, and you can tap on the wrist. Now the wrist is interesting because it's loaded with points, so it's right across here, or you can tap wrists together. They are the main points that I use. Every now and then I'll use a modern point, and it's not one that you see in traditional EFT, but practitioners have found that it tends to give some relief to people, and it's just the breastbone here, the space above the heart. Okay, so that might be used. Now another traditional point, I might do a little series of moving your eyes in different directions, and I'll use the gamut point, which is a space between the 2 bones here. And that's the gamut point. Now you know where to locate your guided points. You know how to actually intensify the results you get by personalizing your guided EFT audio. You can go with ease and create that transformation. And remember, these guided audios are written in such a way that you can come back when something else shows up in another part of your life and you can use it again. So make sure that you save it somewhere where you can actually find it for your quick reference. Wishing you ease, and you can DM me on my social media to let me know any of your results. I love hearing about things, and it's always me that answers, or you can email me at hello@Mindset and Mayhem. Catch you soon.